Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the 5th episode of...
What's up, Talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how we always have the awkward entrance because we never plan these.
No.
I mean, we kind of plan, but like...
If you don't know by now, we don't plan these.
We don't plan these. But like for the intro, I always like... I never know what to say after, what's up, Doc? I'm like, yeah.
And you're here.
Yeah, you're here. Before we get into anything, I would like to say subscribe if you're watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow and like. I think you can like them on Spotify.
Yeah. And share.
Share.
Yeah.
Share. I need to get an animation.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
So if you care,
Cue
share.
the sharing animation.
Maybe get like a little like
There.
like a rainbow sound. You know,
Share.
like
Like the SpongeBob thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we get into news, we have our first second-time guest.
Oh, back to back.
You just,
Back to back, peeking out the
the handle turning. We have our
the
first
hinges.
back-to-back guest.
Look at him.
Look at him
The
go. You
ladder
guys can't
self.
see him. He's amazed. This man brought the funny last time. He brought what we
Can
needed.
we do it two weeks in a row?
We
The age-old question.
basically when we don't have anything to talk about, we bring him on, and we can
We
just
just let him
talk.
spit.
Let him spitball, off the dome, as the rappers say these
Yes,
days.
That's what they say.
So anyway, I'll do the announcing.
Bring him in here.
My Toad Remote with WeMotion
Let me see
Plus
him. Get him in here.
inside. Introducing, that's right,
Mm-hmm.
the one, not the only, Matt.kiraly! Woo! Come on down. Come on down.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on again.
Hey, great to have you.
Appreciate it. For the people watching on YouTube, yeah, I am wearing the exact same outfit as last week. This is very much last minute. So, and I didn't even think until we watched it back. So, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
no problem. Welcome back to the show.
Very
Thanks
happy
for
to
having
have
me.
you here.
If you want, now's your time to plug your Instagram, as you did last time.
I'll do that later, like I did last time.
No one watches till the end, man.
No, that's true. Might as well do it.
Use your chance.
Instagram's fine. Instagram and Twitter at Matt.kiraly.
Hit him up.
All right. Dope. I don't know what else to say after that. So, kick it right into the news. Nick, I'll let you take this one away.
Okay.
All right.
Not a lot of news today, but of course, today is Juneteenth, and New York City has declared it an official holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, so today is Juneteenth, which you're probably wondering, what is that?
Yeah, if you don't know.
Because, it's pretty new
I mean,
holiday.
I think most people know the event.
Yeah,
it's
everyone
I think
knows the
referring.
event, but-
I might be mistaken, but at least for me, referring to it as Juneteenth is new.
Yeah.
At least for me, I haven't heard it been referred to as that. So I think for some people, just hearing Juneteenth might be like,
Yeah.
"What is that?"
So this is the 1865 date
Yes.
when the U.S. slaves were freed.
Yeah. Marks the end of slavery.
Yeah. I believe by Abraham Lincoln,
Yes.
which is my favorite president. So I gotta
Incredible.
shout out
Great president.
Honest Abe.
I'll say
Shout out
on
Honest
the
Abe.
5.
What did you say?
On the 5.
On
On the 5, on the 1 cent. By the way, why is he the penny? Can I just bring that up?
Did you? I don't
How do
know.
you get the $5 bill and the?
Yeah.
Can we
How did Abe Lincoln manage to such
Because
two?
he is the best president ever to exist.
Yeah, but dude,
That's
you mean
not-
you got him too.
I don't like to get
You got
political on the
lucky.
show, but Abe Lincoln, man.
I mean, if you want to know,
It's right up there with
just
George.
look like
Right up there with George. Oh, yeah.
George is only on 1, right? He's only on the $1 bill.
He's on the one.
But
That makes
Abe
sense.
Lincoln,
Abe
he's on
Lincoln.
2.
Yeah, he said, I'm better.
He's on 2.
He's better. I mean, I think that's really it. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I like
You already
Abraham
like
Lincoln.
Abe.
I already
I
like
mean,
Abe
yeah.
Lincoln, but yeah, I mean, so yeah, happy Juneteenth. I saw some people celebrating it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
There was a few more.
I think
things.
other states are following suit. So Pennsylvania
Texas.
made it.
Wait, whoa!
made it a
This is
holiday.
it isn't new. It isn't new. Texas was the first U.S. state to declare Juneteenth a holiday in 1980.
Oh,
Yeah, this has been like.
Is it just?
Yeah, it's been a holiday for like the past, what is this, 2020? So 40 years. But
You said it was new.
hey,
Well,
that's
I-
quick math. But no, it's celebrated now because of the wake of everything that's happening
Yeah.
with the death of George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement.
yeah, well, yeah, because obviously I knew about all that. I just have never heard it been referred to as Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So that's why it just all seems newer to me.
Exactly.
So
A lot of people more.
Did they call it that when they?
Yeah, a lot of more people are learning about that today,
Yeah,
and honestly, that's very good
Yeah,
for
as you can
this
see,
country.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I'd never heard it been referred to in that light before. So
Yeah. Let's see, Pennsylvania. It's a holiday for state workers, so all state workers got the day off. That's lit.
Oh yeah, who does not want
That is mad lit,
does not
as the
want
kids say.
that's what they say.
Yeah, that's all we got for news. There's not much new news.
much
We looked
news
up-
segment.
Coronavirus is the only other thing.
Yeah, so what was
Is
it?
it coming
700
back?
cases today?
Is it dangerous?
In
Is it
Ohio.
not dangerous? We don't know. People are still indecisive about it.
Yeah, and we're still hanging out, recording podcasts.
Yeah.
And other videos.
And,
So,
yeah.
is it dangerous?
Is it dangerous? Is it not dangerous? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we looked up news for local, and we found news from 10 months ago about what was it? Something went through the windshield. A manhole cover.
AT&T
Oh, yeah.
manhole went through the windshield. So yeah, if
That was 10 months ago.
That's pretty incredible.
North Canton news, nothing exciting has happened in the past 10 months.
What's up, Canton? Not
Which I'm
much.
sure anyone who lives here knows that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nothing.
nothing. That's a good way to describe
Pretty
it.
just average, you know.
Yeah, so that's our news segment. Honestly, shortest news segment we've ever had.
One story.
One story, and then mentioning that there's nothing going on locally. Sorry, guys. Absolutely not. Absolutely nothing.
There you go.
I was about to yawn. I tried to stop it.
Yeah.
What is? Yeah. So next weird thing we're gonna do is I was going to tell a story. All
Really?
story time.
Story
Oh,
time.
story time episode, huh?
I wrote this story in
We know you weren't expecting this, man.
No, I know.
You know you're not expecting story time.
yeah.
I should have known.
Gotta yawn again.
Jeez, Jerry, you're gonna.
You wrote this. I wrote this story in 8th grade. It is based on a true story.
No.
And I
Yes.
say that really loosely because
The base on a true story is
yeah. So based on a true story.
it is technically it is.
Yeah, technically it is. So I was gonna read this to you guys. I love it. Wrote it for 8th grade, and I was gonna get up close and personal.
Angry Amish guy?
Mike here.
Oh boy.
All right, so the title is Angry Amish Guy. So I'll start reading. You guys comment anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, as I'm going,
Anything
you
to
guys,
say, we'll
you guys
chime
have
in.
anything,
Just-
Yeah, we'll
chime
chime
in.
in.
Just take it away.
Go ahead.
I'll read it quite quickly, but not too quick.
Yeah,
A
you gotta
perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta get
Perfect.
that nice
So-
speed going.
It was a picture-perfect night for camping.
Mm.
Me and my friends. It should be my friends and I, but
8th grade grammar.
8th grade
we'll let
grammar.
it slide.
What are you gonna do? Logan, Brock, and Nick. Sorry, Matt. We're sitting around the fire, eating s'mores at my grandparents' house. Our campsite was in a valley with hills on all sides. That's important. Right by the tent was a stream and a pond. Everyone was having fun, so we decided to tell some scary stories. As you do.
That's cool.
As you do.
That's
Yeah.
a common
Campfire practice.
Yes. Spooky stories.
Brock was already scared, so he disapproved.
Mm.
But no one listened to him.
Always don't want.
No one. Everyone was just telling classic ghost stories, but then I remembered what my grandpa had told me just the day before.
Wow.
The day before, my grandpa was complaining about an Amish guy who just bought some land one lot over, saying stuff like, he just doesn't care, and he has no respect for anyone's property but his own. So I waited, and when it was my turn, I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. I tried to speak, but I couldn't. So instead, I changed the subject. So, by the way, it was all a true story until I tried to speak, but I couldn't. Then it starts growing. So
So the first paragraph and a half is true.
yeah, and then it gets kind of true again.
It's
So
kinda off the rails.
so then I was like, hey, you guys want to go on a golf cart ride? I asked. Brock responded with, yeah, sure. By the way, the screenplay on this, the writing, come on, the dialogue, come on,
The conversation is so
so deep,
Very deep
so
conversation.
emotional.
so
bro.
emotional. I'm already
Tugs the
emotionally
heartstrings,
attached
really
to these
does.
characters.
If you guys are not invested 100% in the plot already, what are you doing?
What
I know,
What
seriously.
are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, so then we went on a golf cart ride. The last one of the night. Dun, dun, dun. We were going on the edge of the property. I hit a bump and went over the property line. It went silent. Dead silent. Of course, remembering whose property that was. I kept driving, but didn't say one word. Logan mentioned going to the woods, and not thinking, I said yes. As we were heading into the woods, Brock thought he saw a light, but everyone said that he was just imagining things. So I kept driving, and we headed into the woods. As soon as we got on the path, everyone heard laughing. It wasn't close. It was a distant sound. One we could barely hear, but it was there, and everyone knew it. This part is also not real. I want to make that clear. This is where we start going off the loony train. Anyway, so immediately I headed out. On my way out, a huge arm swung down from the tree. It cut Nick's arm as it swung.
Oh my God.
Nick's arm gone.
Wow.
Gone, dude.
Gone?
No, just got it.
Now he's got 2 arms. He's fine.
It just got it. Everyone screamed like little girls. I can say that did not happen. All right, we did not scream like little girls. I believe we were tougher than that because this didn't happen.
Yeah, we can get into like
We
and
can
I'm
say
air
what
quoting here for the people on Spotify. True story.
Yeah, we can get
This
a
is
true
based
story.
off of-
Yeah. Yeah. So that's when I stepped on the gas. We were about 5 yards from getting out of the woods when a second arm came down from the trees. This one twice as big as the first. It came down with such a force that it knocked the golf cart off its path. The cart hit a tree and sputtered to a stop. I don't think we do for the golf cart. I don't think we do. We then jumped off the cart, sprinting back to the house. As we were running, I looked back and saw 2 big, red, glowing eyes staring right at us. But I kept running. Of course I kept running.
Of course. Why would
I
you
don't know
stop?
why I said that was surprising.
Yeah, why would you
Like, obviously I'd keep running.
Who's gonna stop?
Obviously.
Come on.
Okay. When we made it to the house, we banged on the door. My grandpa opened the door. We jumped inside. We tried to explain to him what happened, but he was not buying it. Grandpa then decided that we would all hop in the truck and go take a look. When we got there, the golf cart was not where we left it. The cart had been moved to right outside the woods. Grandpa looked at the cart and saw that it was in great condition, which is not how we left it. I keep losing my spot, dude. This is so
Yeah,
small to
it's
read.
Should have made the font size a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Running in a 14.
14, quite far away.
Not even double spaced either, so the words are all blurring again.
Yeah. Okay, I found it. So I looked to the top of the ridge to see a human figure standing there, holding a huge gun in his hand, laughing. Amish guy.
Really?
Just not to ruin anything here. So
Spoiler.
the golf cart was trashed, so we had to wait. Hold on. I think something's messed up here. Hold on.
So the golf cart.
Hold on.
What's
What?
going on with the story, Jared? Something's
story?
not adding up.
Oh my god, dude. We're missing a part here.
Sabotage.
Oh, no.
It's a cover up.
Oh no.
The Amish guy got into the dosh.
Yeah, let me talk and this happens. Okay, so basically what happens then is... Okay, here it is. Basically, the next part of the story is we're driving, Logan's driving, and then he's like right on the edge of the property.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, don't go on that property. That's the Amish guys.
Yeah.
And he says, ooh, what's going to happen? Like Logan would. Right after Logan said this, he swerved on the property. I tried to stop him, but it was too late. The moment the cart crossed the property line, there was a gunshot. I look behind me to see Nick falling off the cart. I'm beating up on you. Hold on. This part's going to get interesting. This part's going to get interesting. I want the mic to get everyone equally here. As soon as he falls, 3 shadows appear behind him. Logan gasses it. Hold on. We start to make a getaway when we remember about Nick. Logan slams on the brake and scoots over to let me drive, because I'm like the star driver, of course. I drive in a 360, which, by the way, if I drove in a 360, I would just like go the same way, I'd still go away from
Still
it.
going the same way.
Yeah, you'd be going the same way, but with extra steps first.
Exactly. And start driving back towards Nick. As I drive back, my headlights reveal what has been haunting us. Listen to this description from 8th grader. 8th grade me, right? This is amazing. An extremely slender, 8-foot tall beast is staring us right in the eyes. It has the head of a deer and the body of a human.
Oh my God.
Where its chest should be, there is only a bloody ribcage. The deer's face is all torn up and blood is flowing out of it. Its arms are just as long as its body and its hands bigger than a coyote.
That's impressive.
3 fingers on each. Parts of its arms are cut, revealing the white bone inside. Logan, out of fear, grabbed an axe that was in the car for emergencies for some reason. And chucked it at the horrifying beast. He hits the beast straight onto the snout, cutting its skull right down the middle.
Oh my God.
I know, right? The beast falls and lets out a scream so loud and high that it could have shattered all the windows on the Empire State Building. That's a good description.
That is good.
That was nice.
I was proud.
How many windows do you think are on the Empire State Building?
A lot of freaking windows.
A lot of freaking
A lot of
windows.
freaking windows.
Or the, I mean that at the World Trade Center. Because that is
There's
all
more.
there's all glass.
Oh, yeah, the new
There's
one.
there's not even any like
That's
steel
right.
in between them. It's just literally glass all the way around.
And isn't it bigger? Or is it
Yeah, it's way bigger.
So that did
Yeah, so it's-
so I need to update my
Yeah,
reference
yeah.
here.
So
Okay.
that would
Right.
obviously Empire State Building. Don't get me wrong. That still got a lot of freaking
It's
windows.
still got a lot
on
of
it.
windows.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just comparing which skyscraper could have more windows.
You know
on
what?
It.
Maybe it wouldn't shatter all the windows of the new
Maybe
World
it
Trade
would.
Center.
Who knows? Maybe,
Maybe
you
it
know?
wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of glass they got.
Yeah,
on
we
that
don't
thing,
know
man.
what kind of scream this really was.
Because like it's got to be protecting like birds and the wind and everything, right? Because think about the
Yeah.
wind, how 1,000 feet up in the air, how strong the wind
What
is.
just moved?
No clue.
I'm losing it. Carry on. Carry on.
I heard. I feel like
You heard that, right?
I heard
Yeah.
something, but whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Broke all the windows. Okay.
Yeah,
This
of
is how
course.
crazy it is. Okay.
Yeah, insane volume.
As it lay on the ground, I sped up and ran over the beast with the golf cart. Of course. Of course. As soon as I hit the beast, the screaming stopped, so it's dead.
Well, finish them off.
Yeah. I kept driving and stopped beside Nick. Brock picked him up and threw him on the back of the car.
Wow.
I kept looking back to make sure nothing was following us, and that was a mistake. As I looked back, I drove the cart straight off the edge of a drop-off. In mid-air, it flipped and hit the ground upside down. The cart then tumbled about 20 yards. I don't know why I used yards.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
That's-
used... That's a weird... You know what I mean? Because usually it's like feet or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Anyway, until it came to a rest on its side. Nick's leg was stuck under the cart.
Oh no.
Why? Every limb on my body is just.
Nick's gonna be impaled by the end of this story. Is the main point.
Does no one else get hurt? Is it just me? He's just
I
taking
don't know,
all the
I don't know.
blows.
I don't know. I
think
don't
you're
know.
the only one getting hurt in this story.
Yeah, so
Cuts
far.
my arm, runs over my leg.
And I used to be mad at the
shoots
fact that I
So
wasn't-
yeah. So far, you're the only one who's gotten hurt. It's whatever.
Three times.
So we all lifted the car, and Brock threw Nick over his shoulders.
Shut up, bro.
Dude. Okay, wait. This is where it glitches again. This is like I don't know what happened here.
Yeah,
Now-
the formatting and all.
How does
Now I
the
need to
Google
go back
document
up
glitch?
here.
Oh, they like rearrange it all.
Yeah. Somehow it's all rearranged.
Wait, so are we out here with your grandpa right now?
No, just us.
We haven't gotten your grandpa yet.
Mm-mm.
Was that the text being messed up?
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
This
I
is
was
all
gonna-
messed up.
I was gonna say.
What
I
in
was
the
like,
world
oh,
happened
what
here?
happened to the grandpa?
Here it is. I looked on top of the ridge to see a human figure standing there holding a huge gun. That's where it is.
Mhm.
The golf cart was trash, so we had to run because we just flipped over.
Yeah.
This is making sense. Okay. On our way back, Logan stepped in a groundhog hole and broke his ankle.
Oh my god.
He limped on. Wording. We made it back to the campsite when another monster jumped out of the trees. It looked just like the first one, but about 4 times bigger and 4 times stronger. I love how I could just tell how it looks
Yeah,
stronger.
you can tell this thing is 4
4
times
times
stronger.
exactly. The beast slowly started backing us towards the pond. When we got closer to the pond, we heard laughing. The same laughing that we heard in the woods and at the drop-off. It was high-pitched and annoying. Amish guy. It's the Amish guy.
Yeah.
My friends and I turned to see an Amish guy holding an MK-47. Is that even a gun?
No.
An MK? I think so.
MK-47.
An MK-47.
Ladies and-
47?
Getting ready to
Matt.kiraly
fire. He shot once and missed. By the way, I'm imagining an automatic gun. So he shot once and just missed. And he was like, "Oh, time to back it again." As he was getting ready to shoot again, the beast lunged at us. While it was in midair, a truck came out of nowhere and rammed it into the pond. It then sank to the bottom. The truck rolled down its window to reveal my 81-year-old grandma.
Oh my god.
Which, by the way, that just shows how old this is. She's now 85. So that was 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need a lift? She asked. We responded with a, yeah.
Yeah.
The conversations in this, like I said.
Me with a gunshot. You guys need a lift.
Gunshot, broken leg,
And you
and
live?
a slice on your arm.
Yeah. You guys
Logan's leg
You
is
just need a
broken.
lift? No, I'll walk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a lift.
I'll walk it
What is-
back.
I appreciate the generosity.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
I
thanks.
don't know
I
how kind
appreciate
you
it.
Oh, I'll walk. The guy's still
No, I'm
shooting.
good.
As we get into the truck, the other guy started to shoot and run. My grandma then chased him and told Brock to call the police and get something.
Wow.
Get an ambulance. I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
what it is.
What a story.
That really.
What an ending.
Oh no,
incredible.
the ending's even better.
Oh, that wasn't the ending.
And then I passed out. No, nothing happened to me.
Wait,
So you're
That was
telling
a
me
jerk.
something happened, then something.
and then Jared passed out.
Then-
All I'm saying,
You passed
no.
out.
I remember what it was. It was like, and it was like an as Brock called the ambulance. I passed
Wait,
out for some reason. I don't know why I had to pass
And
out.
Jared went through this whole thing unscathed.
Unscathed. You are like dying.
Yeah, I have been mangled.
And then
Jared's
I
gonna be
ended
hero.
with a good conclusion. It says, and so my friends and I did live to tell the tale. Nick had a gunshot. Nick had a gunshot to the shoulder and a broken leg, but recovered shortly.
Yeah, glad to hear it.
Define shortly.
Logan-
6 to 8 months.
And that was very generous.
recovered
It's a
shortly
generous estimate.
from the gunshot. Oh my god. Logan also recovered shortly from his ankle injury. Surprisingly, the rest of us came out with only cuts and bruises.
Oh, wow.
We also never really figured out what the monsters were, but they were gone when we returned. The best part is that we survived the angry Amish guy, and many don't. Who knows? Maybe you could be next.
Oh,
Incredible.
wow. It's
Wow.
kind of dragging along there in the middle part, but the ending
Yeah,
really picks up.
You know what?
Wow.
You know, the middle
that was
part was
impressive.
It's a
bad.
little hard to get through with all the messed up.
You know, I had to
formatting,
like
but
keep
it's okay.
looking. I
It's
don't know.
okay.
I don't know what happened. I just read that like a
Yeah,
year
how does
ago.
like a
somewhere.
Google document just glitch?
I honestly, yeah, because it is on a Google Doc. Because you guys obviously can't see that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that happened,
Hmm.
but it did, and that's my story.
What a story.
And yeah, it's.
Mighty
I
funny.
don't know why you.
Yeah,
Like,
just
everything that
Nick.
happened was to Nick.
You just like hate me in 8th grade or something? You just write me as a kid that's getting shot.
Shot in the shoulder.
Shot in the shoulder.
Broken leg.
No, but
He's
you
basically
recovered
impaled.
shortly. You recovered-
6 to 8.
Recovery shortly, 6 to
6
8
to 8
months.
months.
Depends on how it responds to physical therapy.
The normal recovery time for that is like, how long? Like 5 years?
I have-
Sure.
I
A
don't-
gunshot to
I
the
don't-
shoulder.
I don't know.
Can you even survive? You can survive a gunshot. to the
Yeah,
shoulder.
yeah.
If it's like here.
It depends. A little too low.
Hmm.
No.
No.
No, you're done. See ya.
That's all about when you fell off. We just ditched you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
360, which is in the same area.
360, which is continuing to go the same direction you were before.
Yeah.
Oh my god, good time. So what actually happened with that story is we were just driving the golf cart late,
Yeah.
and we were by an Amish guy's land. An angry Amish guy. My grandpa
Yeah.
didn't really like him because he was mean to my grandpa. And we literally like bumped and went over it, and as we did, the golf cart backfired.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it sounded like a gunshot.
It did. And our little minds.
Our little minds went crazy.
We were like, we just got shot at. boys.
We just got shot at. We freaked out.
It could be nothing else apart from the noise. It was a gun.
Yeah.
Obviously. Sounds like a gun, therefore it's a gun. And yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally.
That's what I
That is
spent
the
that
true
from.
story.
What a story.
Now, the
That's
monsters
basic.
were Wendigos. I don't know if you ever heard of
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
That's what I based it off of because my cousin scared the crap out of me when I was little. We're the same age.
Mm-hmm.
But she had seen this on like some show, the Wendigos, and she was like,
Yeah.
I heard they're in these woods. I
Yeah.
was like,
Dude, those things.
no? They're scary looking. They're like supposed to be like old Native Americans. or
Yeah,
something,
the
like
Native
cursed
Americans, like folk legends and stuff. They
Yeah.
got like skinwalkers, stuff like that. Those things are freaking creepy, dude. They got some terrifying
What?
skinwalkers.
Never seen that. Shall I look it up?
Yeah, look it up.
Oh boy, here we go.
And this is how we lose viewers. It's just too scary. People can't handle it. What do you say, skinwalkers?
Skinwalker.
There's a movie. Oh.
Just pull up the images. Let's see what we got.
Is it just one word?
Yeah, so it's Navajo culture. There's a bunch of like stories about it.
It's about to scare me when this loads in.
Ooh.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Why is this not loading?
We only get the one picture.
It is a Wendigo. That's supposed to be what a
Yeah,
Wendigo is.
yeah.
Are these like kind of the same thing?
I'm not
Maybe.
sure exactly.
Maybe just a different culture.
I don't know what the Wendigo is, but this
Is it pronounced
this is
Wendigo?
I've heard it pronounced Wendigo.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how it's correctly pronounced. So I could be pronouncing it incorrectly. But this is Navajo, the Skinwalkers Navajo culture.
Dude.
If you tap, that's like the rake, right? Or
This is.
I think this is the rake a
supposed to be a
skinwalker.
skinwalker, but
yeah,
I saw this
yeah.
on like a ghost show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could be fake, but I gotta say that does look pretty weird.
It does look weird. Well, yeah, because it's like trail cam footage, right? Like if you go down,
Yeah.
you can see like the woods and stuff better
Yeah.
behind it.
And then this picture, I also saw on like a ghost show. I didn't know what they were called.
Yeah.
That just can't be someone in costume.
But like from
the way that it's bending.
yeah, but look at it, like
Right.
yeah. But from like what I've heard, right, it's like they like basically sound and like exactly like the person like they killed last. So you walk through the woods and you hear like a girl like screaming like "help me," and it's just that thing. So then you stumble across and it's just that thing, and it's like wow, got me,
And then they kill you.
got me. Yeah, and then it's your voice next.
Oh.
Yeah.
What if you just don't talk?
Well,
to
they
them
like
before they
that's
kill
what I
you?
would think. I was like, well, just don't say anything.
Just be silent.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
so like there's people
Got 'em.
they'll get your mom, and then they'll be outside your house, and you'll hear your mom's voice calling for you. Go out
Oh,
there.
That's
That's
dirty.
Go out there. Not,
that is
not
dirty.
your not your
That's
mom.
horrible.
Dirty.
Just a skinwalker.
Just a skinwalker.
No biggie.
Yeah, no, that scares me. See, these are the
Eerie
things that
trail
scare me.
cam footage.
Like,
yeah,
here's the
that
thing:
kinda
ghosts, not really too scared. Even though I did have Susie here for a while, haven't had any issues with Susie recently. But
We've seen that.
the lights just
Have you
turned
seen
on.
that TikTok filter where it's like you can see like spirits and stuff or whatever around
Sure.
it? What?
You've seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, have you seen what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not.
And people like take around the room. There's just someone like sitting on the couch, just like chilling.
You serious?
Yeah. Just like an outline of someone chilling on the
What the heck?
couch.
Dude, yeah, the ghosts don't really scare me though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like terrified of ghosts. Stuff like this scares me because we, as a group, go camping all the time. My grandparents.
Yeah.
Imagine this pulls up, dude.
Bro, imagine that pulled up like that summer freshman year. Do you remember that story?
Oh, the party across the street?
Oh, dude. Oh man.
Was he there for that?
He was, yeah.
I was.
No, that's
Story time.
that's
Welcome to story time with What's Up Talk.
Story time part 2. Would anyone else like to tell? Because we were both awake when it
Yeah.
started.
You guys can tell it. You guys can tell your perspective, then I'll tell my
Okay.
perspective.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
What? So
Because
basically,
you're awake for the whole thing.
out at Jarek's grandparents.
Yeah.
There was a party.
Before we had a cabin.
So
We're in a tent.
we're,
and it's all
we're
screened.
sleeping
Yeah.
in a nice thin canvas tent.
Yeah, and we didn't have the cover on it, so we could see. It was
no,
like a
no
full
rain,
screen.
no rain fly, just starry skies above.
Yeah,
And there was a party across
probably
the
like
street.
college age.
Young adult.
And when we say across the street, put in perspective, it's probably like 2 football fields away. But like
yeah, honestly, I'd say maybe a little bit more.
maybe more,
Yeah,
3.
we're on the country scene.
Yeah.
It's not like suburbs where your neighbor, is right next door.
next to you,
There's
yeah.
a little bit of space in between.
But
But we
it's
could
a valley.
we could hear them,
Yeah, it's a valley,
You
so
can hear the people,
everything echoed.
and we could smell the food. They were doing like a pork roast or
We
something.
could have everything.
And we were like, let's go over and get some food because we're hungry. Let's go get some pork.
Yeah, exactly. But we
Those
didn't.
words did not age well.
But we
Would have
didn't.
not been a smart. Would have not have been a smart.
So we're sitting in the tent, and all of a sudden something happens.
Screaming.
Screaming.
People are screaming at each other.
And we're like, what in the world? And at this point, it's me, Nick, Logan
Yeah.
is up.
I think that's it.
I'm
think that
pretty
was
sure.
it.
I'm pretty sure everyone but 2, and that was me and
No, there's more
our
people
friend
sleeping.
David. Really?
because Mason was sleeping as well.
Oh yeah.
Because Mason woke up immediately.
Yeah.
But like, we were the only 3 up. We just hear screaming. Like,
Screaming.
like terrified girls screaming,
And then
guys
people,
screaming.
And then people were like arguing. You can tell they were like arguing.
Arguments, and then you hear, like, it sounded like a gunshot. Now,
It wasn't one. It was multiple.
yeah, it sounded like multiple
which
gunshots.
is
So,
why it was like more like
multiple gunshots. Remember, we're in the country, so like,
Yeah.
people obviously have guns,
Yeah.
and we hear that, and then we hear someone scream like, "Everybody run! I'm calling the cops." That was the statement.
Yeah.
Everybody run! I'm calling the cops. And at that point, chaos.
Yeah. So
And it was foggy too.
Yeah, that's fact. There was a nice, perfect amount of spooky fog
And
laying
like,
over
so
the countryside.
the people
And
running to their
we have to
cars
say it was a
with
full
their
moon,
flashlights.
so you got just
Yeah.
the moonlight on everything.
Oh yeah, with their flashlights scattering through the fog.
Yeah.
And because it's a valley, they're screaming and talking. It sounded like they were right next to us.
Yeah.
And they would be like, they were like talking, and they ran in all directions.
Yeah. If you looked over, you could see their phone flashlights. You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
everyone just
And
just
then
running.
a few people got in cars
Yeah,
and
you
like
hear
skirted
cars,
off.
yeah,
we
peeling
could like
out.
you could like hear the girls screaming in the cars.
Yeah,
like,
as they
crying
drove down the road.
Something went down. Okay, and at this point, me, Nick, and Logan were out of the tent.
We're like, what's
Mason's
going on?
waking up. He's waking up. He's chilling, and we like walked close and we're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And screaming kept happening, and then we were like, we wanted to wake up the people that were sleeping, so I think we sent Logan. Okay, I don't know what Logan said to these people that were sleeping.
All I know is that when David walked out of that tent, he looked like he just seen a ghost. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
He looked like
He was pale white. He was shivering.
he was he was
Looked like he was
literally
about to-
shaking.
Yeah, he looked so bad. Like,
And he kept pointing. He was like, "What is that in the field? What's that in the
that's
field?"
so true. He was like,
Yeah.
what is? I see something. He's like shaking and quivering. I'm like,
Yeah.
like that's a bush.
And at this point,
That is a bush, David.
me and look, my dad will tell me the otherwise, but me, Nick, and Logan were not that scared yet. We were starting to get nervous. We were starting to get
Well, I think it was also because when you got people coming out and they're freaking out,
Yeah.
their energy reflects on
Mhm.
you, and you're like, these people are super anxious. So now,
Yeah, exactly.
obviously, I'm a little more anxious because they're freaking out.
Exactly.
And stuff.
So what I do is I wait, and we wake up Matt, and then Matt was also just gone. He was so scared.
Oh yeah.
And we'll have you tell. I want to know what
Oh, yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
happened.
you
with
give
you.
us your
But first,
side.
so I call my dad, and he's at the house, and he looks out the window. He sees people driving away and
Mhm.
such, and he comes back with the car to get us because we couldn't tell where the people had went. So we didn't want to walk up and
Yeah.
have a confrontation with like drunk college
Yeah.
kids.
So like our thought process was they're scattering everywhere. People might be running across now
The
our
field, yeah.
our property
Yeah, our
now,
property.
and they're gonna stumble across us, and who knows who it is, why they're running,
Who knows
whatever's happening.
how much
We
they've
don't-
had to
Yeah,
drink?
we don't know what's going on.
How
So,
logically they're thinking if they
we're
come across freshman kids.
Yeah, we're just like we're got
Yeah. So then
5
and
or
then,
6 of us sleeping in a single tent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not ideal to
Yeah.
have random people coming across it.
No.
Yep. So then we, we started to get more scared because Matt and David were freaking out,
There you go.
and my dad came back, picked us up, and then we slept in the basement at my
Yes.
grandparents' house.
Yep.
So Matt,
Yeah.
what
All right.
happened when you guys woke up?
All right,
What
kiddos.
happened
Papa Matt's about to tell us side of the story.
Papa Matt, here we go.
Papa.
So you heard the
I am-
accounts of the awake. Now you hear the accounts
Gotta try not to like.
of the woken up. Oh, you brought sweet tarts here.
Just a bit. You're telling a story. Hey, you're telling a story.
You ain't gonna talk with tarts anymore.
Come on, we're listening.
Get with the program.
Talking with your food right in your mouth right now, but anyway, okay.
No, I'm not.
So, I'm that kid, and you two can both accustom to this, that I'm like one of those people that at a sleepover, they're like the first person to fall asleep.
That's fair.
Like their goal
Yeah.
every time we get together and sleep over, like his goal was to just like have
Not
me,
even
like,
that. You don't even have to be staying the night. It'll be like 11:30, and you're like on the couch about to pass out.
Yeah, I'm a very tired person, but anyway,
I mean,
see-
that happened once.
it did. But you
You
know,
woke up and just walked home. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that. But anyway, that's another story for another episode. But anyway, so yeah, I was just passed out, and then it was at 3 a.m, and I could have sworn because you said it was Logan who sent and woke us up. Could have sworn it was you.
Me.
Could have
I
sworn
know I did not
on
wake
my
you up.
mom's life it was you.
Because I was out by one of the, where the roundhouse is?
Yeah.
I was at the tree behind that,
Okay.
on the phone with my dad, right next to Nick.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, Logan did come up to me and was like, guys, something happened across the street. Like, we gotta get out of here. And I'm like,
that's not how you wake someone up.
Yeah,
that makes it so clear.
He made me very frightened. I'm like, and then at first I was like, dude, stop. I'm trying to go back to bed. Like, I thought he was kidding. Because, you know, it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's like, no, come on out here. I'm like, oh, fine. So I get up, and then I see, like, so you were, like, behind a tree calling your dad? Is that what you said?
I was with Nick, with my dad.
Okay, you were on the phone. Then that means that I saw you three, like, looking at the field across the way. And then I'm hearing, like, people yelling, too. And that's all I remember. I remember hearing, like, girls yelling and guys yelling. I didn't hear a gunshot. I don't remember hearing...
You were asleep for that.
Yeah, I was asleep for that.
That was happening before anyone started yelling.
Yeah, and I don't hear
cars...
Like,
things started to get rowdy, gunshots, everyone run up on the cops, and then...
Everything
blew
up.
And I don't hear cars, like, going away. All I can hear is, like, guys and girls screaming. And I'm like... And sure enough, when you just wake up, like, 25 seconds after you wake up, your body's not, like...
Oh yeah, you're just like super.
You're not there.
You're disoriented.
You're out. You're not even conscious yet. So I'm like,
even in my own house.
Yeah.
I'm disoriented.
So I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh shoot, there's something going on. I'm like, I turn to my friend David, who's asleep, and he's going. And then to your point, he's going, what's that? I see somebody. I'm like, no, that's a push, David.
Freaking out.
So I'm like, guys, like, what's the plan? And he goes, okay. My dad's gonna come. He's gonna pick us up, and we're gonna sleep in the basement. I'm like, all right, cool. And then,
we all got our stuff together. And then, but while we were waiting, you started packing up your stuff. You weren't as scared as David. David, I'm gonna stand up for this one, so I'm pretty sure my head's still in frame. He was like, if Matt is the field, let's say he's a bush, right? Matt is a bush in the field. He was like, there's a person.
Yeah, he's
like,
shaking.
David, that's a bush. He's like,
He's like, are you sure? Are you sure?
And his point, it was very cold.
Are you sure? It
was very cold, so I get why he was shivering, but that also might have been out of fear.
He was shivering out of fear.
It was out of fear. Don't let him play.
I do remember being very cold, though. I'm not going to lie. Because of that shivering, maybe...
Probably for you guys, because you were all bundled up asleep.
That's very true.
And then we drug you out into the cold night, and we're like, hey, guys, we're moving.
Hey, guys. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like a news junkie, so I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see like what news story is going to come out of this, like on TV or on print.
Nothing.
Sure enough, nothing.
Well,
apparently...
It's funny, because we were watching, and we were like, I wonder if the cops are going to show up. And we just see a cruiser come down the road. We're like, oh, finally. It's like, finally, this is all going to be over. Cops are here. And it just keeps going.
My grandparents
didn't even see the brake lights turn
on.
Kept going.
My grandparents did say there was a cop car that came by the next day. And to put some more context to it, the parents that owned the house were out of town, so this was like their college kids.
Yeah, so there was like college parties.
So there was no supervision of this. So obviously things could get out of hand. There was a lot of people. Matter of fact, before things even got out, also I'm gonna X out of this area. I keep looking at it. And,
just sitting up there.
I mean, obviously things are gonna get out of hand. And before it even started, they were parking in my grandpa's field, and he had to go tell them to move because he doesn't want those tire marks. It's not for him. If it's like for his part, he doesn't care. But
you don't know these kids.
Some kids.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about those.
No.
Oh, it was crazy. It was a crazy night. It was insane.
It really was.
That was like, at that point, every single one we had, something had went wrong. I mean, obviously the backfire of the golf cart. To us, it felt like something went wrong.
Yeah, nothing obviously went wrong, but to us,
we were
scary
scared.
moment.
Oh yeah. I think what happened the next year? Anything? I know one of the years.
I don't think anything as significant as that.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, no. It was the next.
I don't think we went out last year. There was a year we skipped.
Oh, it was that year.
We didn't do anything.
Yeah, and then we went out the next year and nothing happened. I went out with just me, and by the way, Dan, sorry you're not on the podcast, that he's on it again.
We'll get you one day, buddy. Don't worry.
Well, maybe maybe next week. No promises.
They'll get you one day.
But no promises.
We have a very loose schedule.
Yeah. Honestly, to be honest, I was just with Matt. Had to drive him home. Didn't feel like going to his house. I still have to drive him home. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was like Dan and Logan, I think, and Josh. Dan, Logan, and Josh. And Dan was howling, and we were like, please stop that. It was like 2 a.m, and I was like, Dan, they're gonna howl back, the coyotes. It's gonna happen. please stop. I don't want to go inside yet. Because as soon as they howl back, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of coyotes in the area, and the moment they start howling back, I'm out. I'm in the cabin. Now that we have a cabin. And Dan was like, they're not going to howl back. And he howls one more time.
Mm.
I kid you not, 2 seconds later, a howl from that way, and then that way, and then that way, and
so all around, all sides.
Northeast, south, and west.
And it's like a bunch, like not just like the deeper ones.
Yeah, the whole pack
like
is out
babies,
there just responding.
you know what I mean?
Everyone's responding.
And I'm like, well, it's been a fun night. I packed up the chair, folded up the chair.
Yeah, immediately just filled everything up.
Folded up the chair, set it against the tree, walked inside, laid down. I'm like, I'm done. I am not about to get attacked by a coyote.
That's great.
It was scary. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, what is that? 3 stories now? We told 3 stories today.
3 stories.
What a productive episode.
Yeah, we have, we're at 45 minutes.
Oh.
More like 43. Because we had like the 2 minutes of just nothing at the beginning.
No, but who's counting?
Oh, about getting water.
Yeah, we're cutting out.
Yeah, that you guys have no clue what we're talking about.
Yeah. Do you want to end it here, or do we want to tell another story?
Anything you wanna?
Good.
I'm good.
Nothing related, yeah.
Does that mean we're done? Actually, first, subscribe.
Share, like, follow.
Comment.
If you can do it, do it. Except for
Do
dislike. Don't do that.
Yeah, please don't dislike.
Keep the ratio up, boys.
Jeez.
Come on.
We were at 100, now we're 96.7%. Oh, also, hey, if anyone's actually still watching at this point, 74% of you aren't actually subscribed that are watching.
What?
Yeah, we get the
Can you believe
stats.
these chumps?
What is
Boys,
this?
we get the stats.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is this?
Are you kidding me?
This is crazy.
Unbelievable.
So,
yeah.
you know what that means? I'm gonna flash the subscribe button one more time. Subscribe.
No, still, just get it. I want it all over.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a bunch of them
Just
right
get them all
Jared's
over
like
the place.
shitting himself. Oh, crap, I gotta put all subscribe.
Come on.
Jared
Like,
in 4 hours when he's editing this, he's like, why did I say this?
Yeah,
He's like, why did I make
Exactly.
these
Sammy's
promises?
going like this.
Just, oh my god! Just one more time. Subscribe. Okay, there it is. Right.
Yep.
Hopefully above my finger if I'm.
If you can get it right.
Yeah, if I get it right, or if I remember.
If not, yeah, that's what I mean.
But yeah, please, thank you.
Yep.
I
We're
think
done.
that's it. Yeah.
we're
All right. Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Bye.